Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Oh, come on, you serious? Hello all you Wookiee warriors, how you guys doing? So today I'm doing my first tips and tricks video. So I thought I'd start my first tips and tricks video with God of War. I've seen a lot of strategies going around for Valkyries, but I thought I'd give my own. So I'm going to go over my armor and maybe some armor that might help you, and my personal opinion of when you guys should start fighting these. So let's get started. Alright, so as far as armor goes, I have the Valkyrie gear going on, as well as the Shattered Gauntlets of Ages. Now, with the Shattered Gauntlets of Ages, we'll get to that in just a minute. As far as armor goes, I would highly recommend, depending on your build, I think I actually broke it down. Whoops. There's the Tears armor and Stavali's armor, which you get kind of close to the end of the game. I would recommend going after that one, because that gives you some pretty good stats as far as strength, defense, and runic. Which basically, runic is your magic. It allows you to do more damage when you're using your magical abilities. Now, as for magical abilities, I'll go over those in a sec just now. Now, magic abilities only come in runes. So I'm going to start with the Leviathan. So as for the Leviathan, the first ability I have is Wrath of the Frost Ancient, which description shows gives you a very powerful beam that slows down enemies, but it does a crap ton of damage towards enemies, bosses, and Valkyries. So I highly, highly recommend using this rune. Now you get this rune from doing the quest in Legendary Chest in Fenrir's storeroom, which you get the quest from, I think it's Savali or Brock. So you go ahead and complete that. Or I would say go and complete it. You can complete it if you want to, but basically if you see a Legendary Chest, open it and it should be there for you. The next one is the Frost Giant's Frenzy, which you can get from the store, or Brock store, or Savali store, for 15,000 heck silver. Now the next thing, slight spoilers guys, but this is a tips and tricks video, is the Blades of Chaos. The Blades of Chaos, I'm using Newman's Crush, which basically allows you to send your Blades of Chaos and clash them onto the enemy. You'll see that when we were fighting the Valkyrie. You get this one dropped by the Troll and the Council of Valkyries, which is right. If you go right towards the boat and you go off to the left, there should be a door that leads you to the Valkyrie chambers. You can go there early and fight the Troll. It's a Rift boss, I believe. I highly recommend getting this ability. It's very good fairly useful against the Valkyries. Next one is the Rage of Ares. The Rage of Ares basically allows you to plunge your Blades of Chaos into the ground, and it creates like a shockwave effect towards your opponent. Now, the next thing I want to tell you guys is the Shattered Gauntlets. Where is it? Alright, the Shattered Gauntlets of Ages. Which is, you don't have to have all the, there's grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stones. You can't equip all 6, but you just need a bare minimum of 3. I have Nord's typical Trample Stone, Muspelheim's Eye of Power, and the Outer Realm Stone, which you get the Outer Realm Stone in Tyr's Temple. You get Muspelheim's I have power purchased from Brock in one of his shops at Mistfalheim. And Nord's. I think we did. You get it for killing the Queen of the Valkyries, so I would not recommend that one. I would go with Ivaldi's Corrupted Mind, which you get from the Valkyrie of Alfheim, in Alfheim. Or you can do the quest for the Soul Stone, which is Ivaldi's soul. You do Brock's quest, Deus Ex Machete, I believe it's called. So you can easily get access to those 3 stones. I recommend going for it because basically what it does is, you'll see it in the fight, it shoots out a soul mass, a homing soul mass, which if it misses, it actually rebounds and goes to the enemy. So it's very useful. It doesn't do like a terrible amount of damage, but it's still very useful. Now, another thing I will say you must have when you're fighting a Valkyrie, just need to find where my resources is this. A Berserker Resurrection Stone. Now, you're only able to have 1. The reason you want to have a Berserker Stone is, yes, it won't give you health, but it will revive you in Berserker status. Now, let's say the Valkyrie is like half health or lower, and you die. Well, you get revived, and you can choose to go in the Berserker status and go get yourself some health, or DPS the crap out of the Valkyrie, and then you can either win the fight, or I don't remember if it revives, gives your health back. I would assume so, because they did it in previous games. But I'll show you guys all this in the fight. But I would recommend having a Berserker Stone, so you have a Berserker status ready to go. Also, make sure you have Berserker already up and ready to go, so you can already trigger it. Because what I usually do is, like, when the Valkyrie's half health and I'm pretty low and there's no help to be found, I'll activate my Berserker status before I die. And then I will just DPS, and then if I die, I'll get the Berserker status again, and I'll finish her off. So without further ado, let's get into the fight. Now, the fight will not initiate unless you actually go up to the Valkyrie like this. So make sure you're locked in. Back away. Activate your Berserker.
One, brother.
And Valkyrie fight over. So what I basically did there is I used my abilities very quickly.
You have my eternal
Nice thing about God of War is there's no like magic mana that you have to worry about. It's just cooldown.
Take my helm. Find them.
And
the fate of the Valkyries.
Sorry, this is distracting while she's talking. So that's why I always open up with my ice ability versus using the Blades of Chaos, because you can see, as you saw, the Blades of Chaos weren't very didn't give me a lot of damage because it wasn't tracking very well. Now, so I always highly recommend.
Sounds pretty important.
That's putting it mildly, lad.
So I highly recommend you start out with your axe, use up the abilities, then use the homing mask, then switch over to your Blades of Chaos, use those abilities, grab your then activate your Berserker immediately.
As I said,
then
it's complicated.
Once it's out, switch back over to your axe and finish her off.
Creatures. But perhaps if we can free more of them.
You want us to fight more of those things?
The fate of the Valkyries, lad. A more worthy endeavor there is not.
But that's my tips and tricks video. Please let me know, guys, if you find this useful, or if you guys think of any if there's any video games I can do that you guys would like that I've played and you guys would like me to give you some tips and tricks. Please put those in the comments. Let me know how I did also in the comments below. If there's anything I missed or anything that was not explained, please put those in the comments below. I welcome you guys' feedback, as this is my first tips and tricks video. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys like my content, feel free to subscribe. Also hit that like button. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all on the next adventure. See ya.